Golgari Scales, last League of the Night. Shout out to Monkey Brain for this particular donation deck. Again, as we talked about earlier, this was kind of a Claudio, mostly a Claudio idea that we kind of molded and changed a couple of cards. So the concept here is there's like a food engine. So you see we have Trail of Crumbs to generate food. It's also powerful when you're sacrificing food, which we have a couple of ways to do, namely Wicked Wolf. So these combination of cards, where if you're generating some food with like Gilded Goose and Witch's Oven, you have some extra food left over. You can also sack food to Greta, and that gets you Trail of Crumbs triggers. So there's like kind of a food engine and a scales engine. So the scales engine is kind of Hardened Scales, obviously. Sir Ginger works kind of both ways. It works when you sacrifice food, and it also works with the scales stuff because it gets counters. Wicked Wolf gets a counter, good with scales, and then you have stuff like Teething Wurmlet, also, again, good with scales, gets a counter. And the thing that kind of ties the entire room together is another new card, Elvish Archivist, which says whenever one or more artifacts enter the battlefield, put 2 counters on it, and whenever one or more enchantments enter the battlefield, draw a card. Well, it just so happens that Trail of Crumbs enters the battlefield and makes an artifact, so it triggers the enchantment and artifact half of Archivist with just 1 card. So that's pretty effective. Cauldron Familiar plus Witch's Oven. Also, if you have multiple ovens, very powerful with Sir Ginger, because you can go through multiple loops, get multiple triggers of Sir Ginger with counters. And then Hangarback Walker, kind of to top out the curve. Very, very potent with Witch's Oven. You can play a Hangarback Walker, load it up a couple of times, maybe you have a Scales in play, and then eventually sacrifice the Hangarback to the Witch's Oven, get a bunch of tokens, go on from there. So a lot of cool different synergies moving on here. I'm a little bit skeptical of the Gretas, just because it's kind of slow, it's kind of clunky. It does make a food, so you at least get a game object if they kill it. But if you can get to untap with it, you can definitely cook a little bit with it. So that's kind of the one card that I'm a little skeptical of. But other than that, it looks like a pretty solid clean list, and I'm excited for this one. Back to Pioneer we go. Like, what's the point of them putting it in the set if they're just going to ban it a couple months anyways? So I don't think you have to worry about that. At least that's just my take on it. We could have an Uro situation where, do you guys remember when they put Uro in a Sacred Lair and did they ban it like a week later or something? Or didn't it come like pre-banned or something? It was like banned before the Secret Lair even came out. Something stupid like that. Hallowed Fauna. Perhaps I should have mulliganed the sand? I don't know. I saw a land and a goose, and I was like, this will be fine. Might not be. Well, it's a lot worse now. Remember they put Faithless Looting against Ultimate Masters, then banned it? Yeah, but like, Ultimate Masters is different, right? It's not really a modern specific set. Yeah, Strict Proctor just, like, shuts off my entire deck. It's kind of gross. Not gonna pay. Nope. Go. Almost forgot how miserable the Strict Proctor deck was. Would you rather play against Strict Proctor and Pioneer or Rakdos Scam in Modern? The answer is none of the above. Okay, so now we can actually pay, kind of. So what I can do is I can go Hangarback for 1, trigger on the stack, sacrifice the Hangarbacker for 2 tokens, sacrifice the 2 food, then put a counter on here, attack for 4. I could also wait till next turn to do that and play 2 more Scales this turn. I think I'm just going to go for the Hangarback. These things have flying too. Alright, I'll go for it this turn. I don't know if that's right. Yeah, this matchup seems kind of tough. Oh, they have 2 Proctors. Never mind, I can't even do that. Now I'm just trolling. Well, now my Wurmlet has Death Touch. So that's nice, I guess. The second Strict Proctor is kind of tough. GG go next. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. This matchup seems unwinnable. Seems like a tough one. Is Tron the good guy? What, does Boseiju exist then? Well, you see, Boseiju was printed when Tron was the bad guy, but, you know, printings over the last couple of months and couple of years have actually made Tron the good guy. So it's really just Boseiju's fault, you know? Like, Boseiju, it's just a different time. I'm not going to sack anything. I mean, I guess I could just hope that they never draw a spell. I don't know. Could make a shit ton of Thopters here. I don't know if that matters. Or just chump blocking? Interesting. Why are we chump blocking? Are they just going to farewell me anyways? I mean, if they cast farewell, I'm just going to concede. You win. Alright, so the only chance we possibly have is if we kill them before they get to cast farewell. Is anything else relevant besides Thoughtseize? I guess Damping Sphere. I think Mike could be maybe okay. They do have a lot of Planeswalkers. We could maybe bring in Needle. I don't know if we have enough cards to cut. Flourish goes, shave one of these. Not in love with the Wicked Wolves. Protection, like the Indestructible just doesn't matter that much when their sweepers are farewell. Could shave a Goose. Nah, I think Hearse is too narrow. It doesn't really do that much. This hand's really good. I don't know if it's good enough, but it's really good. We get to go Wurmlet on 1, Scales Oven on 2, attack for 3. Yeah, I guess we can fight Strict Proctor with Wolf. Maybe that's worth it. Attack for 3. Just kind of narrow, I don't know. Okay, opponent does not appear to have white mana. That's a good thing. It's a good sign. Let's go... We can actually go Hangarback Walker for 1, and then trigger the Worm on their turn. This has got to be close to lethal, right? They go to 12 next turn. We get 2 tokens, 7, that's 9 damage. The owner of target attacking creature you don't control puts it on the top or bottom of their library. Noted. Guess I will bottom that then. My lagoon has been successfully breached. She breaching my lagoon until I'm a Hornlock Whale? Something like that. I'm not going to sack the Hangarback now. Play this. I'm going to bottom then sack it. Oh, I could have made food. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. I should have sacked it. I didn't think about that. Cycle Shark Typhoon. I don't care about that. My plan here was just to go activate Hangarback and then sack it end of turn. I don't know if that's a good idea. We're still just going to get destroyed if they have Farewell, which I probably do. Not a lot I can do about that. Just going to do this. Get the Scry here. Don't want to land. Here. I guess it was maybe better to play Worm first, because I don't have an extra mana to go sack food and pay for Trail. I mean, again, I'm just going to concede. If they play Farewell, I'm just going to concede, so it doesn't matter. I wonder if they have Farewell. Alright. Your turn. Surely they don't have Farewell, right? Like, they would never have that card here. No way they would ever cast that card. Nice deck. Cool. Cool. Very, very cool. All right, let's not play against that dog shit anymore. You know the drill, Chad. If you prime sub, then we're less likely to play against Lotus Field Control. Tastes like sadness and blandness. So like a Jersey mix sub. What is Breeding Pool Opt? I am unaware of what this this combination of cards means. Bant Lotus. Is this Jeskai Ascendancy? Way too based. Most base thing ever. No, it's Teamer Lotus. No, it's Jeskai Ascendancy. Commune with spirits. I think they find the Ascendancy. Ketria Triome. Means they probably don't have Ascendancy if they're casting that first. Oh, never mind. Alright, well, we're dead. Yeah, the sand did not really pan out that well, did it? Sand certainly did not pan out. Greta, Sweettooth Scourge. Attack. Go. I did keep a 4-lander, right? I kept 4 land, 3 spells. Drew 2 lands and a goose. So, you know, not ideal. Effectively drew 3 lands. White mana, blue mana, red mana. Alright, I think I can successfully F6. Alright, chat, you know what time it is. Wait, what happened? Wait, what the hell? They were supposed to kill me that turn. They were supposed to take a 20-minute turn. I could take a nap. I really wanted to take a nap, though. Just saying. This thing only triggers once per turn, right? Cringe. Triggers on their turn, though. That's kind of cool. So we can Goose here. Trigger. That's why I bring coloring books to events. I really should. Really should. So we send both. They discarded Cruise. The hell? What's in their hand? Very confused. Trigger here. Go, I guess? I could have held up a food crack, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, maybe their hand is like 2 Ascendancies and another Cruise. How do I make Obosh work in Pioneer? You just have to play mono red. So, like, very similar to what the modern deck looks like, where you play Swift Spear, Soul Scar, probably Bomat Courier, and then your 3s are like Chandra, Dress to Kill, maybe Skewer the Critics, maybe Light Up the Stage, stuff like that. Whoa, 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 based alert, based alert, based alert. Based alert. I repeat, our opponent has cast a based card. Food crack for a card CMDs. Oh, right. I forget I can do that. Yeah, I should have done that. You're probably right. Yeah, Bone Crusher too. Surely I'm dead. Okay, well, now we can probably F6. At least until next end step. Now I can definitely go to sleep, right? This time I can definitely go to sleep. Alright, chat. I'm gonna take a nap. Don't forget, we got a sub goal. If you want to gift subs, we greatly appreciate it. Prime subs, any and all is appreciated. We got 35 left. When I wake up from this nap, maybe we can get a little bit closer to that goal. Did I miss a song request? Oh no, you said song as in Song of Creation. These dreams I echo. It's gonna be a short nap. Shh. La la. La la. think I'm probably not streaming Saturday either. So after today, we really only have 2 days left to finish the goal. So we're going to be cutting it close. We're going to be cutting it close. I believe, Shad. I believe. Although, if I brick the RCQ on Saturday, then I'll try and stream like Saturday night. If I O2 fast enough, maybe I can get home in time for the Pioneer Challenge. Got Mirror and Cauldron in the same draft. Which Mirror? Turn the Earth. This is lethal, right? 2 blockers. Okay. I'm dead. This is not going well, is it? This is not going well, huh? Well, guess we'll bring in Hearse. I guess we'll bring in Damping Sphere. Flourish seems kind of bad. I don't think Jailer's very good. Coming in. Thoughtseize coming in. Wicked Wolf seems irrelevant. Greta seems very slow. Trim a trail. Trim. This is our 20th land. I don't want to cut all the trails, but I kind of do, actually. Maybe Hearse is overboarding. Let's try this. All right, wake up. Wake up, wake up. Oh, Beseech. Okay, that's what it is. This sand seems fine. I can work with this. So we can go turn 1 Scales, turn 2 Archivist, turn 3 Oven, Damping Sphere, attack for 3. Seems fine to me. Stop drawing lands. Yeah, we seem to be getting some very strange matchups tonight. That's not a spell. Maybe I should have saved the Damping Sphere for next turn. It's pretty unlikely they kill me on... Yeah. I mean, there is a chance, but it's not... Again, it's not very likely. Okay. They would need... Yeah, their hand would have to be, like, really cracked in order to kill me that turn. Stomping Ground. Yeah, this deck doesn't really deal with Flood that well. These decks typically don't, though. I guess, like, your best Flood insurance is, what, Hangarback Walker? I've been a pretty big fan of Stonecoil Serpent in the past, as, like, a decent way to mitigate Flood a little bit. And that way, if you just draw a bunch of lands, you make a, 4/4 or 5/5, and it's fine. Nice deck. See, the chat, the problem with Jeskai Ascendancy is that it's just a little bit too good. It's just a little too good. What am I leading with? What am I leading with? That's a good question. I really want to take their Sylvan Caryatid. I'm gonna do that. Their deck just doesn't function without Caryatid. Yeah, that too. Same thing. Yeah, the nap's over already. Nap did not last very long. I think I only got to nap for like 30 seconds, then our opponent killed me. And then chat woke me up. If Ring gets banned, I'm gonna cry and complain in chat, set ordered. Well, again, not a financial advice stream. Just gonna throw that out there. They communed into Mountain. I'm just gonna play Ginger, I think. Right? It's a beater and it's an efficient use of mana. I don't need to Thoughtseize yet. Both of these cards are a turn away. If they have Ascendancy, we have Boseiju. They missed. No, it says in the chat log they revealed Mountain with Commuted Spirits. So they hit a Mountain. So I kind of want to just take the Cruise, to be honest. Let's Thoughtseize them. See what they're working with. Yeah, the song is so far away from mattering. Not the most efficient use of mana, but I'm just going to play Worm because it's more damage next turn. But yeah, like if they, tap out for Song, if it discard their hand, I think I'm okay with that. And also, if they just go land Song and I Boseiju it, the game's over, right? Are they really going to cast it? Based. Chat, 07 to their hand. 07 to their hand. Oh, man. Oh, right, it only costs 1. I forgot this is legendary. Can we get some 07s for their hand? I'm gonna hold the land, I think. Go to 11. Watch me still lose this game. Society if I lost this game. Okay. That's not gonna do it. Go to 10. Play this. Attack for 6. Dead next turn. They have to, like, cruise into... I don't even know. Cruise into, like, Ascendancy... Sylvan Awakening or something? Yeah, it's not even close. Alright, cool. 1-1. Let's go. On the board, chat. On the board. This hand doesn't actually do anything. It's good if I draw an oven. It's good if I draw... That's basically it. Just ship this. This is way better. I'm gonna ship the second goose. Oven, keeping this is way higher upside if I find oven. Playing heroic. Heroic cannot be a good matchup. It's pyroblastable in Legacy. Oh yeah, that is pretty funny. What's my plan this game? I don't really have a plan. My plan is probably just die. That's my plan, chat. I'm just gonna die. It's kind of how this works when you play against heroic. Defiant Strike! We are definitely not winning this game. One thing I will say about the heroic deck, it got so much better with the printing of Monstrous Rage. That card is cracked in this deck. It's like the best effect that's ever... It's the best way to give trample. I mean, maybe not better than Ancestral Anger, but like the redundancy is so massive. Because now you always have one, you know. Caleb queued into Mono Black Burn. Did he win or lose? Oh, just a casual attack for 18, no big deal. All right, I guess I'll take 18. You ever just take 18 before? Okay, that's a really good draw. That's like the stone cold nuts, right? Artifact or creature. I guess I sack the food. It even gives -6/-6. What does this do? It's like kind of perfect. Do we top that? I think so. I think that's good. Attack for 5, they go to 14. And now if they go Swift Spear plus thing, we can chump block. We're dead to Swift Spear Reckless Rage. We can't beat that anyways. I mean, if they don't have another creature, we're going to win this game. Even if they do, we still could. Depends on what the rest of their follow-up is. Nice deck! Nice deck. Yeah, so just, take 18. 2 turns later, opponent concedes the game. Average. No big deal. No big deal. I told you it was fine when we took 18. Chat didn't believe me. These wolves and these Gretas have seemed kind of suspect. Maybe it's just the matchups we're playing against. I imagine Wolf is really good against Rakdos. Plowed your own Revoker in one? That's kind of based. Playing Death and Taxes, I assume. Flourish, Oven, Hangarback. This hand is not very good. I mean, this hand looks bad. And I'm not going to argue with you. It definitely is bad. But this hand can win. Right? It can win. I'm watching the Packers-Lions game tonight. I don't know. Not really interested in either of those teams. Depends on when the stream ends. Maybe I will. I mean, well, it's going to be over after this league, but... Game of the year this weekend. Broncos, Bears, the two worst teams in the league. Surely it's going to be a watchable affair. Watching the Cowboys lose. Are they playing New England? Oh, man. I get the troll, my friends. All my New England friends when Dallas wins. And I say when Dallas wins, you know, not if. When Dallas wins. Hope is Broncos Bears ends in a tie after like 17 overtimes. Well, they only do one overtime in NFL, right? I think they only do one. It's a good draw. They hold the spike field. They do. I'm at 9. God, I'm so low from the Thoughtseizes. Their hand is Rage, God's Willing, Spike Field. Yeah, 1/4 of OT. Don't college plays like a ton of overtimes, right? They just keep going until the game ends. Do they have a limit on how many? Go to 2. And we know their hand is Rage, Spike Field, God's Willing. So if I play 2 creatures, they Spike Field this, God's Willing green. So I'm dead. Okay, in 3. Okay, I die. 2 overtimes where they get a full possessions. After 2 overtimes, it's a 2-point conversion shoot until someone wins. Gotcha, okay. So they don't even play full drives, they just do a bunch of 2-point conversions. That's hilarious. Do they just start in the end zone for the 2-point conversion? I know, there's no go blank. Mostly just so chat can't tell me to bring it in every round. Oh, we're playing against Heroic? Go blank? Let's go. It's a really good one-lander. Like, I think if I draw a land, I'm a huge favorite. Bad matchup, we got a removal spell. We have a bunch of 1-drops, too. I think this hand's just a keep. I know it may not look like a keep, but I think it is. I'd feel much happier if I was in the draw. You see, if Go Blank made a food, I would definitely play it in the sideboard. Alright, land please. Land please! Look, I don't ask for much. Go. Go. Your turn. Yeah, I agree. I think that's a lot of things that people just like. I think they maybe misunderstand their role. Maybe they don't quite realize how bad the matchup actually is, and they're like they would rather take their percentages on a like mid to bad 6 than keep a high risk high reward 7. You know, and like there are circumstances where you shouldn't do that, but in this particular instance, I think the matchup is probably bad enough where I'm supposed to just keep that and hope. You know, granted, it didn't work out, but I stand by my keep. I think it was fine. Like, this hand was the stone cold nuts if we could just find the land. The stone cold nuts. To be talking like this. Alright. When the strike is defiant. Explain. Ancestral Mage. 8 damage. I accept 8 damage. A 9. Land, please. I guess we can make a blocker and make a 5/5. Is it better to play Cat? I guess Cat also makes a blocker and makes a 5/5. Sure, that's fine. I guess I have to main phase the Witch's Oven, but I don't think it matters. Alright, so I go to 11, get this back, go to 12, block here. This is doable. Depends on what their leftovers are. It's definitely doable. Imagine winning this game on 1 land. But it'll look like a genius. The smartest person alive. I mean, if they had me dead, they wouldn't be thinking this hard, right? Maybe they're thinking about what's like how to sequence their cantrips. Because depending on what they draw, maybe that changes their attacks. Unclear. Yeah, that's fair. There is a lot of math involved with this deck. Definitely a lot. More math than my brain can handle. That's why I don't play Heroic. I'm a simple man. Well, chat, while our opponent is taking some time to see if we're dead or not, I just wanted to mention, thank you again. Appreciate you all being here. Thank you for supporting the stream. We do have a sub goal currently in place. If we get to that 200 mark by the end of this Sunday, I will be booking a trip to Orlando for... There's an Edison tournament in Orlando the following Saturday. So if you guys got a Prime sub and you want to help us get towards that goal, we greatly appreciate the support. Thank you all for being here. Favored Hoplites. Okay, that means we're not dead. That's a good sign. Okay. No point in blocking this because it has trample. I'm also not going to get back the cat in the turn because that plays into Spikefield Hazard. Hey, I drew a land. Based. Can drive an hour to get my promo Doomwake signed. I mean, if people show up to versus games while I'm in Orlando, if we get to the sub goal, and I do go, of course, I'll sign some stuff. I mean, it's going to be for a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, so most people who are in the chat maybe don't even know what's going on. The event's going to be streamed too. It's going to be streamed on E3 Yu-Gi-Oh's channel on YouTube. So maybe you can watch me play some live matches, even if you don't know what's going on. You can still watch me win. Yeah, I'm playing. So it's the biggest Edison event of the year. Okay, what do we do now? So there's kind of no point in casting Final Flourish because they have 2 blockers anyways. So I think what I should probably do is just go to combat first and see how they react. Because this is a lethal attacker. They have to block it. But I wonder if they're going to cast a protection spell here. They're not. So now I have the option of playing Hangarback. I guess if I play Hangarback, I actually gain quite a bit of life. Because I can play Hangarback, gain 1, go to 9. Sack Hangarback, gain 2 more, go to 11. Bring back Cat, go to 12. Sack Cat, bring back Cat, go to 13. Yeah, I'm just going to do that. Dastin Devati, thank you very, very much for the Twitch Prime. Greatly appreciate the support, getting us that much closer to the subscriber goal. Thank you, Devati. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. We're so close, chat. So close, I can taste it. Watching old school Yu-Gi-Oh play. What's their channel again? E3 Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, I can do that. I can give a shout out. They're the ones who are hosting the entire event too. And honestly, E3 is just like basically the only reason that I got into Edison. He does a ton of work for the format. He's basically carrying the entire format on his back. It's crazy how much work he does. He's like funding all the prizes for the event too. It's wild. Is it lethal? I mean, I can go to 13 and put 3 toughness in front, so I don't know, maybe. Oh, you're asking if we have lethal. I'm not even sure if we have lethal quite yet. It's close. Well, yeah, it depends on how many pain lands they tap, right? If they take more damage from these, needs a limited or standard format. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate they don't do limited. Okay, they don't attack. I mean, in that case, just do this, right? Okay, they scooped. Wow, I did not think I was gonna. Holy shit, dude. I didn't play my second land. What turn was that? I didn't play my second land until turn 5, and I still won that game. I mean, their hand was not great, plus they drew 2 pain lands, so it was kind of awkward. But that was impressive. Like, their version of Standard includes cards that were printed in 2003. Which is kind of crazy to think about, you know? I mean, most of the broken ones are banned, I get it. I'm going to keep this and that cat. I'm going to get punished if I draw Oven. That's true. I bet he's a Magic player, yeah. he understands the merits of rotation. Things just get stale a while with no rotation. Like, imagine a format where it's just every single card ever printed, basically Legacy, but with a ban list that's like 500 cards. That's what Yu-Gi-Oh! Is, essentially. I'm playing Hangarback here. I think so. It's better use of mana. How do I beat it? Oh, I should just concede right now. I really should just concede right now. I've never beaten this card in a million years. Society, if anybody in Pioneer could ever beat turn 3 go blank. I don't think I'm supposed to slow roll the Greta there. What's up, Torborg? How you doing, buddy? Hello. Yeah, so my experience with competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! I played back in 2002, 2003, like when Sed was a card, like Sed BLS, that kind of stuff. But I haven't really like, and what I do right now, I don't play current format. I just play the old school formats, which I kind of like a lot more. But that's basically the last time that I played like current competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! And then when Master Duel became a thing, I started up back again, just like trying a little bit online and got into it there. And then I found E3's channel, watched a lot of Edison content, and got a little nostalgic. And Edison is so much fun. I haven't tried Goat yet. I've heard good things, but I haven't tried it myself. What's up, Rupert? Got a Nats top 16 in Yu-Gi-Oh! In 2007. Kind of based. Alright, we need a really good draw here. That's a pretty good draw. I think it's worth doing this. Because, like, I have enough food anyways. Just to be mana efficient and deal them an extra point of damage. It's also nice to do this now if they just kill the Greta next turn. Just getting the extra damage in and want the counter here. They only have 2 cards. This game's still winnable. If they have Extinction Event, they can't kill the entire board. They have to choose between Greta or the tokens, which is nice. They probably have to kill Greta. They have Beat Hook Massacre? Okay. Doesn't kill Greta. It's fine. So let's draw a card first. See where we go from there. Yeah, let's just draw a card again, honestly. Doing it main phase in case we had a land. Just gonna try and grind them out. This does make Oven plus Cat a little bit more awkward. Because they get to trigger the meat hook every time the cat dies. What's up, Salty Saint Nick? Duress. So you get the draw. Duress. Duress. So we go here, Goose, and then sack the food to draw card. Trigger this. Trigger this. I don't think I'm going to draw a card main phase. Yeah, I'll wait. Because drawing a card main phase is awkward with Waste Not. If they go to activate Sanitarium, I can draw a card in response. But yeah, I don't want to main phase the draw, because then they could just like have a discard spell, and that makes this more awkward. Otherwise, if I don't draw a main phase, their discard spells are blanked. Liliana of the Veil. Okay, they're minusing. I'm going to draw a card in response here to get more information on what I want to sacrifice. That doesn't help. The obvious answer is Goose, but Goose does make both of these cards very, very good. It's got to be Goose, though. Big draw step. Big draw step. Not exactly what we're looking for. So, do I care about Liliana? They have no cards in hand. I probably do. Yeah, I think I should. Like high-powered, skill-intensive formats, but you can't have it as your entry-level format. I agree, yeah, and that's kind of the problem that like, you know, current traditional, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh has. There's just so many things because they're using such a larger card pool than basically every other TCG. There's just a lot more complex interactions. It's better to hold lane because of Sanitarium. It's worse if they draw Liliana, but maybe. It's kind of close. I guess because they have the Sanitarium in play, maybe it's better to hold. Hardened Scales. Notably, they don't have enough to animate the Hive this turn, which is nice. So they go to 5. Now do I hold the Scales? Yeah, that makes sense. Because then we have a choice on the Sanitarium. Oh, I forgot this drew a card. I forgot about that. Yep, I'm a dumbass. Totally forgot that this drew a card. Whoops. Greta has been insane this game. Greta has been the MVP. Alright, never punished. Never ever punished. Doom just not reading his cards. No big deal. I mean, we go for the kill, right? We definitely go for the kill. So they go to 6, both these get pumped. And then I believe this is lethal. Even if they block Greta. I guess they could have Fatal Push, block Greta, do this. Cool. Alright, we got there. I definitely fucked up, though. I should have just cast the Hardened Scales last turn. I forgot that I drew a card off of it. Alright, Mono Black Waste Not. Haywire Mite seems good against Waste Not. Needle is okay against Liliana, Gyre Reach Sanitarium, Field of Ruin. I don't know, it's not a lot of targets. This thing kills Shieldred. I don't know how many copies I want. Probably a couple. I could shave a worm. They have so many fatal pushes. Can shave the Wicked Wolf. Wicked Wolf's kind of awkward against Extinction Event. I feel like this deck can grind pretty decently. Yeah, I drew 4 cards off of Greta that game. It was insane. Just absolutely nuts. I'm going to cut the Wolves and bring in a second Flourishing for Shieldred. Think we bounce back. I mean, it's one game, of course. Cowboys are still the best team in the league, not close. What are you talking about? Chat, if you think the Cowboys are the best team in the league, gift a sub or prime sub. See, it's obvious. I already knew. I knew. You don't have to tell me. I knew. Where my Cowboys fans at? I know you're here. You just don't want to. You're just quiet. It's okay. It's okay. This is a safe haven for Cowboys fans. You don't follow American football? Probably for the best. Probably for the best. I am 3-0 in fantasy. I'm in first place. Didn't think that was going to happen. Honestly, after the draft, I thought my team was not that good, but it's just kind of worked out. Their like true dominance was right. I want to say I was like 4 or 5, so I wasn't really, I wasn't really watching football at that time. And if I was, I don't remember it at all. Got Aaron Jones and traded away Dak. Australian Rules Grand Final is this weekend. I don't know what that means, but sounds like fun. Turn 2, Waste Not. I mean, I don't have any spells in my hand anyways. Fuck if I care if you Waste Not me. I guess I have one spell. Get a public holiday for the Super Bowl. When I worked at like my last desk job, my 8 to 5, they actually gave us the like the day after the Super Bowl off. Not as like an official government holiday or whatever, but they actually gave it to us off. It's pretty funny. Haywire Mite. I guess I'll cast that. Cast that, attack for 3. Trace. I guess I don't need the draw step this. I could just wait. Came up in the Romo era. Yeah. I do remember the I forget exactly who they were playing against, but I still have, nightmares about Tony Romo taking the snap for the extra point. That shit just lives in my head rent free for the rest of my entire life. It was Seattle. Yeah, that I don't want to talk about that game. Yeah, grows up in the Northeast during the TB12 era, lives his life as a Cowboys fan. And it was like the worst because all of the Patriot, like, I don't know what it is. And maybe it's just because I root for a different football team and everybody is really like this. But man, are the fucking the New England fans are just so cocky. This is awkward. I want to draw a card, but I also kind of want to kill the Waste Not. I think I'm gonna kill the Waste Not. I can't do both because I have to spend 2 mana I have to sack the food to get mana for Greta, and then I wouldn't have the food in play. I have Boseiju. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna concede. I'm good. I'm good, dude. I don't have any fucking spells. There's only 19 lands in this deck, by the way, and I'm getting flooded a lot. The most obnoxious people every August. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm that obnoxious of a Cowboys fan. Maybe it's just because I don't watch every single game. I'm not like a die-hard Cowboys fan. I don't watch every game. Most of the time I'm streaming on Sundays anyways. You got a funny story from that game? Were you there? Their deck has like 4 Shieldrids. So I kind of want to kill that card. Yeah, I'm not part of the problem, alright? Ooh, 2 lands? What's it like? Yeah, that card that every single black deck plays. Kind of want to go Goose into Greta again. It's Sydney, right? Is the capital of Australia not Sydney? What the fuck? Is it Brisbane? I don't know why I thought it was Sydney. I don't know, man. I don't pay attention to Australian people. They basically don't exist to me. It used to be Melbourne. Wait, so they changed it? How could you change the capital of a country? Heartless Act, my Greta. Noted. This is awkward. I think my plan is just jam both creatures. Play Trail next turn and just Prage. Canberra. I've never even heard of Canberra. Shows you how much I know. I'm an American. I don't give a damn about these damn Australians. It's not racist, by the way. Kate Kona, brother. Reckoner, Bankbuster. She reckoned my bank till I'm bustin'. That one was pretty good, you gotta admit that. Heartless Act, my Gilded Goose? Okay, sure. Guess I'll play Haywire Mite. Please don't Extinction Event me. I'm asking nicely. Dastin Devati with a song request. Merc. Oh, I love this song. I think this might be my favorite Parkway song. It's up there for sure. No, it's not a country song. They're fatal pushing the Haywire Mite. Interesting. So they want to keep the bussy around. Bustin', 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 bustin'. That's what it should be. Oh yeah, I know they're from Australia. we're going with the Australian theme, not with the Keikona theme. Merca. Turn this one up. I promise I'm not a racist. Dude, my headphones are so chalked ever since I took out, like, the insulation. Exile Waste Not? Are they playing March? Okay. They have Juan card in hand. Juan. Not the best draw. Just gonna get buried by this Bankbuster. We need to find a Hardened Scales. And also dodge Extinction Event. Or, like, any removal spell for that matter. It's so funny to me that these decks play this card. I will never... Every time I see this card and play it, it makes me laugh. It's a banger. You want to crack a food? I kind of want to get more pressure and play first. Because they can just keep up with cards. I don't want to extend the game if possible. I need to get this game over with. Liliana. Boseiju, Bankbuster, level up Hangarback, kill Liliana. Do I care about Liliana? I definitely want to Boseiju the Bankbuster. That's happening regardless. Yeah, I think I'm going to kill the Liliana. It's like, if I don't kill it this is the freest turn that I have to kill it, and if I don't kill it this turn, they could get to ultimate if they find, like, removal spells to clear my creatures. And the ultimate is pretty fucking scary, so I'm just gonna deal with it now while they have no cards in hand. Scale of 1 to 10, how much do Americans like Australians if I were to visit the US? I don't know. I went to Australia when I was in 7th grade. They had like a student ambassador program that my teacher recommended me for. Heartless Act. And I gotta say, I had a really good time. I love that. I was there for 2 weeks, and we did a lot of shit. We went to like the reef, the Great Barrier Reef, and we did like snorkeling. It was such a good experience. Why am I main phasing this? I'm gonna wait till their turn. Yeah, people to people. That's exactly what it was. Yeah. Lion. The reef was just like, what an experience, dude. It was so good. Oh, this is perfect. Because now I get to go sack food, kill Shieldred, pay for Trail. This could not have worked out any better. Like, actual perfect. I guess they can activate Sanitarium. Sure. Whatever. Yeah, it's the card. Somebody asked me why I was bringing in Final Flourish. Well, here's your answer. The card that they likely play 4 of. Can take an extra damage if I sack cat. Oh, right. And then I could have gotten back the cat. Yeah, I'm dumb. You're right. I didn't think. I did not think. Yeah. I'm used to bargain where you can't sacrifice non-tokens, but this is not bargain. But yeah. Should have done that. Goose is not bad. I would love to draw an oven. Oven would be insane here. Okay, Goose, trigger. This means 5. They go to 8 and I have a 2-turn clock. Can hold up, sack, food, trigger, trail. I can't believe I might win this game. This deck's got a crazy ability to grind. Yeah, I mean, that's what I was worried about. They find any just single removal spell, they take all of my pressure away. So that's kind of awkward. Not great. Still would love to find Oven here. Oven, I think, is our best find off Trail. Because it just deals them more damage. Why didn't they draw main phase? I feel like they're supposed to draw main phase there. Greta's not bad. I'll take Greta. Scales does not really help. I'm wondering if I should, instead of play Scales, well, I guess I can do this. And then use the mana. Try and find Oven. Perfect. Perfecto. Attack for Juan. They go to 7. They go to 6. We can put them to 5. We're chilling. We're chilling. Yeah, this is Pioneer. Oh, they had to use all their black mana, so they couldn't cast a spell. I guess they could have cast Bankbuster if they main phased the castle. Because they had 2 colorless left untapped. Sick game. I mean, this has been impressive. The fact that we've been able to grind through, like, I mean, they drew a lot of removal, but they had, like, Meathook, Shieldred, Liliana, Bankbuster, Castle activations. We've grinded through a lot this game. Yeah, Hardened Scales with food. So the synergy is, like, specifically Elvish Archivist is really powerful with Trail, because it makes an artifact and an enchantment. So that, like, that right there is good. And then you have, like, the food sack stuff with Search Injure plus Scales, that comes up. There's, like, a lot of cool interlocking synergies. Yeah, thank you, Claudio. Okay, they've shown us March of Wretched Sorrow. I could just not activate Oven here. Because if I sack Cat and bring it back, they can March the Greta and gain 4. Yeah, I'm just not going to activate the Oven. Combat. It does mean they get 1 extra turn, which sucks. Sack the cap. So this way they go to 3. And then we can bring back Cat, put them to 2. I'm going to bring back Cat main phase to try and hit a second Oven, I think. I think that's worth it. It's not bad either. So Cat comes back. How are we looking against Extinction Event? Kind of dicey, right? It's not really a way I can play around Extinction Event. Because I have 3 odds in play. I mean, the only way that I can play around Extinction Event is playing this. So I guess I'll play this. Keep the land in hand for sanitarium purposes. Hold and make food. It's just a lot better to play the Ginger if they draw, like, land plus Extinction Event, because then they're just dead, right? They name Odd and I kill them. And now that they go to 1, just any Cat's lethal off the top. Alright, cool. Sick. 3-1, let's go. Love to see it. Got destroyed round 1, but bringing it back. Yeah, this hand's good. Missing a Scales, but it's good. Good hand. Yeah, Witch's Oven is really hard. Oh wait, did I not hit enter? I, I typed edit command deck and just never hit enter, so it's been the old deck the entire time. My bad, chap. Plains. Sure hope this is not blue-white Lotus Fields, because we are definitely not beating that deck. Okay, not blue-white Lotus Fields. Thalia is somewhat annoying. Thalia makes the Archivist plan kind of awkward, because I have to spend 3 mana on Trail. I wonder if it's better to play Greta here. What's my plan if I play Greta this turn? Next turn... If I play Greta this turn, I can't Archivist plus Trail, just because the Trail costs 3. Ah, it's so close. I mean, the problem with Greta is, like, I just don't really have the mana to use it. I don't know, that's tough. The answer to the question, Jig, is just ban Karn. It's not that hard. All they have to do is ban Karn the Grey Creator. Pioneer would be a much more desirable place. It's really that easy. It's just that's all they have to do. It's all they've had to do for a while now. They're just too, I don't know what it is. They're too scared to admit it. Ozolith. Just gonna get blasted by the Sadeline. Might have been better to play Greta there. Go. I mean, I can block the Thalia, I guess. Not looking great. Right, but that's what I'm saying, right? Like, even if Karn gets banned and Mono Green starts going back to Vivian Arkbow Ranger, I think that's good. Like, I'm totally fine with Mono Green Arkbow Ranger existing in the format, like the way that it was before Karn. Like that deck was totally fine. I have no qualms with that stuff. It's way more of a glass cannon deck than the current Mono Green deck, you know. All right, chat. Again, this might be the last game of the stream, last opportunity to get those Prime subs in. Thank you very much for all of the support. You know, I really I keep shilling, and you know, I feel bad shilling a lot, but I really do mean it when I say thank you guys for supporting. We had a crazy amount of support over the past couple of days, and more than I ever could have imagined. So thank you guys. Thank you. I think it's just the Final Flourishes. Shave like a Greta and a Trail, because it's awkward against Thalia. I don't want to bring in Thoughtseize. A Dorkstad removal, its card, that's the problem. I agree. I mean, you could also argue that maybe it's Nykthos, but I'd rather just ban Karn. I mean, it's close between Karn and Teferi, which ones are more frustrating to play against. But yeah, I think they quickly realized that they made a mistake with the static Planeswalkers. They definitely moved away from that. It turns out when your Planeswalker has 4 abilities instead of 3, it's pretty good. Especially backbreaking when Karn is invalidating more than one of your cards. Because then it's like, you're getting 2 cards out of the Karn, and you're getting 2 cards out of your opponent. So it's effectively a 4 for 1. It's just like, that's just not sustainable. Dushandra? Oh, sure, I guess that's fair. Well, I mean, they definitely toned it down, right? They stopped making, like, 3 and 4 mana Planeswalkers with statics, and they go to, like, 6 and 7, right? Maybe I'm missing one example. It's a good draw. Wow, that's an insane draw. Holy shit. So now if we draw a land, we get the Slam Wolf. Oh boy. Lane, please. Yeah, Thalia doesn't matter. Land, please. I could spend 2 mana on Scales. Or I could attack and make an artifact and attack for 5. It's probably better to make an artifact here, because if they play Adeline next turn and then I draw a land, I have an extra food in play to be able to go sack 1 for Goose to play Wolf, and then sack 1 to Wolf to fight the Adeline. So I think this is a little bit better if they go Adeline and I draw land. There's the Adeline. So we got a 14. Need a land here in order to have a chance. Okay. I mean, I guess we could also just flourish the Adeline. But it's got to be better to play Wolf here, right? Sack food, cast Wolf. Ability on the stack, sack food, kill Adeline, hold back Worm. Do we even hold back? They can't really kill us, right? What if they have Land Lieutenant? 3, 6, 9. It's only 11. So we get a 1. Yeah, I'm just going to send it. I think we send here. Right. The worst possible scenario is they go, you know, land, animate Mutavault Lieutenant. That puts us to 1. So it's not even lethal. And this way, they have to leave multiple things back because we have a removal spell, too. And they don't know that we have a removal spell, either. So maybe they don't leave multiple things back. Okay. I mean, Land Lieutenant is still only 11. Okay, they are leaving back Thalia. Oh, they actually have to chump block both, right? Wait, that's crazy. Because if they don't block both, I can make a food, sack it to pump the wolf. Or I can, you know what I mean? Both of them gets pumped. So they actually have to chump block both. But I can't play the removal spell before attacks. Because if I cast the removal spell on one, then they just chump block the other, right? So I think the better line is just send both, force the chump blocks, they have to block both, and then I guess we just pass. Play Scales pass. No reason to do anything now, right? I have a 5/5. Yeah, we just go Scales go. Can make a food, can cast Final Flourish. We're chilling. They're in the Abyss. Basically the entire game, they're in the Abyss now. I'm gonna be real with you, Monkey Brain. This deck feels really good. I've been very, very impressed. Poor table hole. Poor table. So if they target Worm, I can sack Worm to kill this. I guess there's no reason to sack the Worm, because it's a 2/1 anyways. The one thing that I could do is make a food to gain a life. Is that better? Probably. I think the 1 life is more relevant. I don't need to cast Flourish this turn because they only have 5 damage. Okay, that's fine. I mean, this is going to get dicey if they have, like, an ossification for this. Okay, that's fine. Could take 5. They probably only send this. Makes sense. So, send Wolf, they chump block, kill this, play Goose. Then we have 2 blockers. I'm definitely going to kill the Copper Code main phase because of Brave the Elements. It's fine. Alright, we have to dodge ossification. We're in a really bad spot if they have ossification. Thought it was just Copium because it was Scales, but you said it feels good, so maybe I'll work on it more. Yeah, I think, like, I mean, it just, I've been very impressed with how well the Scales package works with the food package. Like, it's just, the cards just work so well together, you know? That's one thing that I've been very impressed with. A lot of synergy. Big synergy guy, you know? Right, they have Thalia. Could beat a Thalia. So, do they attack with both? They do attack with both. I don't even really have to block, right? Just go to 1. Yeah, we can take this. Because if we draw an untapped land, we can just gain 6 next turn. Oh, well, I mean, that works too. That also works. Alright, chat. This is the actual last game. Actual last game. If you want to get those subs in, you want to get us closer to that goal, now is your chance. If you got a Prime sub, I know there's got to be at least a few of you in chat that are sitting on a Prime sub that were just waiting till the perfect time. Now is that time. Any primers? I think there should be more Final Flourishes or Scales in the main. I could see like a second Flourish. I don't think I'd go more than 2 main, but second one's good. Peepo ads, Peepo ads, Peepo ads. How does this hand look? It's kind of weird. Turn 1 Oven, turn 2 Ginger. God, this is a weird one. It doesn't feel very good. I mean, it's got lands and spells, but it just doesn't seem like the lands and spells line up that well against their, like, 1, 2, 3 curves. I'm gonna ship this. This looks better. I think I'm putting back Archivist. Archivist is just not that great without Trail or Scales. I'm gonna lead Goose. We could hopefully slam Wolf on 3, maybe. I might honestly just make a food on turn 2. Because making a food on turn 2 is my best play if they set up for Adeline on 3. Because I need a second food in play to be able to sack 1 for the Goose and 1 to the Wolf. Okay, they had Hole. Hole 1-drop into Adeline on 3 would be kind of backbreaking. That's going to be hard to beat. Alright, Walker this turn. Walker this turn. Next turn we can go Oven, Tick Up, Sack. Maybe. Lieutenant. Okay. Take 6. It's fine. It's not fine, but it's going to have to be. Cat is probably the best draw on the deck. That's a really good draw. Yes. Wow, that's an insane draw. Because now we can go, if they don't have any other way to pump, we can go block here, pump here. So they can't even really attack with the Officer. If they only attack with Hopeful, we just block sack. That's easy. Easy mode. So their attacks are actually getting a lot worse now. And we have the Wolf for next turn. Looking okay. Looking okay. No, the cat just turns on so many things, right? Like, it's really sick when you have Archivist. It's really sick when you have like Surge Injure. It just does a lot of stuff. Wurmlet, all that kind of stuff. They are targeting Hangarback Walker. Well, I will do the thing. So, what can they attack with? I guess the Hopeful Initiate? Oh. Really? So... which one do we trade for? I'm gonna Wicked Wolf, sack a food, kill the Hopeful Initiate next turn. I think it's better to trade with the Recruitment Officer, because if they have a land, that can get them back in the game if they're, like, out of gas. So let's do that. Let's trade with Officer. I don't really care how big this gets because I can just keep blocking it forever with Cat, you know? No reason to get back the Cat EOT. I'm not going to attack with it. You know what? I just realized the Brutal Cathar flipping is kind of dicey, huh? This is really difficult because if I fight the Hopeful Initiate, what they can do is they can pass, flip the Brutal Cathar, and then turn after Double Spell, reflip the Cathar to kill the Wicked Wolf. And that's kind of awkward. But if I kill the Brutal Cathar instead of the Hopeful Initiate, they can just kill the Witch's Oven. Maybe I just have to hope that they can't double spell the turn after. Kind of a tough position. This was really tough. I think the way that the board sits, I kind of have to kill the Initiate, I think. I can't let them kill the Oven. I'm just going to really hope that Cat Oven buys me enough time. Yeah, I think the Oven is more important than the Wolf on this board state, so I like this. Yeah, it's got to be the right call. I guess I can threaten a double block. I don't know if it's worth giving up 1 damage. Wolf can also kill Cathar without sacking a food. Yeah, the extra food just doesn't matter, though. Like, I think it's way more important to keep this on the battlefield than it is to, like, keep this in the battlefield 2 turns from now, if they have a double spell. Right? There's not even a guarantee that they have 2 spells that they can cast in hand. And that also means they have to not play a spell this turn. So. Okay, that's a lot of pressure. Now I can't double block. We're not taking a ton of damage. Can just go get back Cat. Go to 10, block here, sack. Take 3, go to 7. Okay, go to 7. Big draw step here. Another Wicked Wolf would be nuts. Should have brought back Cap. That is not a big draw step. Fuck. Well, now they just get to flip the Cathar. Oh, God. Needed a spell so bad there. Because now it's gross because they can just play 2 spells and flip the Cathar back. Yeah. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Well, I mean, I think we have to play defense here. Yeah, this is rough. This is bad. It's all bad. It's not good. Definitely not good. That was the crucial turn. If we hit a spell that turn, I'm feeling a lot better. I guess I don't know. Depends on what spell. Like, there's a lot of bad spells. Hardened Scales, stuff like that. They drew Ossification. Maybe they had it. It's going to be tough to beat. I could have maybe let the Ossification resolve and hope to draw Boseiju. Maybe that was a good plan. But then I have less food. These are both 4. Alright, I'm at 4. Alright, they didn't have a second spell. Big draw, big draw, big draw, big draw. Oh, good beats. I mean, we had, like, a pretty good start. I guess we're not dead. Just kind of bricked off towards the end. I don't even know if we have a draw step that gets us out of it now. We get a 1. Oh, no, yeah, it comes into play flipped, right? Automatically flipped. Do. Maybe if I had Meat Hook Massacre in my deck, I'd have an out. That card, unfortunately, is not in my deck list. Alright, good beats. Started off pretty well, but just like towards the end there, bricking, you know, those 3 draw steps in a row was kind of tough. I will say, though, Monkey Brain, something here for sure. Definitely want to spend some time working on this one. The numbers, I think, are pretty good. I mean, Wicked Wolf was decent. I kind of want to go down on 1 Greta. I think 3 is too many. I'd probably cut a Greta for a second Flourish. Could see adding back the 4th Trail and maybe cut the Ozolith for the 4th Trail. Just doesn't seem like there was a ton of spots where this would ever come up. So I think I'd prefer the 4th Trail. I could take or leave the Awakening. Probably should just be a different land instead. I don't think this really ever comes up. But other than that, I think everything was pretty good. Yeah, I don't think I changed anything else. I liked it. Cool. Thanks again for the dono, Monkey Brain. Got you. Tough cookie instead of Greta. Nah, Greta just draws a lot of cards. It helps grind. That's kind of what you want it there for instead of the pressure. Maybe it's better to have another thread instead, I'm not sure. Alright, chat, that is going to do it for me. Thank you all so much for being here, taking part in this another edition of Donation Deck Thursday. Once again, chat, thank you guys so much for the support over the past couple of days. Like I said, when we started the sub goal on